WCBI News at 10 starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Selena Schaefer. The mayoral and alderman races in Caledonia will be decided in a do-over. After an hour and a half of deliberations today, the Election Commission voted to set aside the entire election and send voters back to polls to vote again. Today's meeting was originally intended to be a fourth examination of the ballots for the mayor's race, but the attorney for candidate Mitchell Wiggins accused Caledonia's chief election commissioner, Ken Byers, of taking the unsealed ballot box home on the night of elections. Later, Byers later resigned from his position.
We were concerned with several election law violations. Those were presented to the commission, and they arrived at their unanimous decision, which, I had confidence that they would after looking at the facts, the law, and especially that the Supreme Court has already decided this on a number of occasions. We want to make sure that everybody's vote is safeguarded, there's integrity at the ballot box.
Until the new election date is set, the current mayor and board of aldermen will remain in place. Meetings, dismissals, and contradictions. There is a lot going on in Aberdeen as well. The job of the head of the electric department in Aberdeen is in question. The mayor says the board of aldermen voted to hire Richard Smith as the new director, but other aldermen say that the current manager, Brian Sanders, was never fired. Parker King talked to both sides at City Hall and tries to sort it all out.
It's a house divided in the City Hall of Aberdeen.
They are moving forward and trying to, knowing the conflict that we had during this vote, and you're pushing him through. It's not a good thing.
When the meeting on Tuesday adjourned, there were 3 aldermen with their own take on the outcome of the GM position of Aberdeen's electric and water department. 2 more and a mayor with another.
As of right now, we made a vote within the last part of the board meeting that we voted, 3 of us voted to rehire, but he wasn't fired.
In a phone conversation, City Attorney Robert Fouts tells WCBI the minutes from the board meeting have not yet been prepared and will not be official until the next board meeting when they will be certified. By law, minutes are recorded and then transcribed at a later date. There was no quorum at today's meeting, and business was continued until the next board meeting. The opposing side claims that there is no business to discuss.
Alderman Sykes made the adjournment motion, and I seconded, and I had stood up and had walked over to the door to go out, and so had Mr. Sykes. The meeting was over. Bob Fox, again, the attorney, urged those other 3 to do that, and that was very illegal.
The reason Sanders was allegedly replaced was due to some suspicious activity during his term as department head.
Mr. Sanders has admitted to doing some things that were illegal, and I have been pushing for that from that point on. But the department was running pretty smoothly, but it needed a qualified GM.
The opposing side disagrees.
Brian is ultimately the most qualified, and right now the team that he has down there with him are very happy with him. Things have already started changing, and that's the way towards the future for right now for us.
From the side of those opposing the removal of Sanders, it seems that this motion goes farther than just business.
I think it's more personal than it is anything, and we'd like to move past the personal feelings. If we don't figure out how to start doing things for our taxpayers and a common good, then we'll stay stagnant right here in Aberdeen.
The next meeting where this will be discussed amongst the board and the mayor will be on June 19th. A new rule is partially in place to help domestic violence victims in Mississippi. Earlier today, the Mississippi Supreme Court partially reinstated the PSC's domestic violence rule that allows certified victims of domestic violence to have their utility deposits waived for 60 days. The Mississippi Rural Water Association appealed the commission's rule to the Supreme Court, and the court's initial ruling struck down the waiver entirely. However, after the commission asked for a rehearing, Thursday, the waiver was reinstated to cover customers of investor-owned utilities. Public Service Commission Chairman Brandon Presley, who introduced the domestic violence rule in 2014, says that this is a win for victims of domestic violence.
Evidence shows that so many victims of domestic violence stay in a bad, dangerous situation only because it takes so much money just to pack up and start over. And one of the big things is having your power cut on, having your gas cut on.
Utilities included in this rule include Entergy, Mississippi Power, Atmos Energy, CenterPoint Energy, and electric power associations and cooperatives. Time now to turn it over to weather for our first look with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson. Keith?
Well, Selena, another great evening out there. Check out this sunset from Lamar County, Alabama. Some of those high cirrus clouds, and you probably noticed that bright full moon rising this evening. It's still out there. It's going to be out there all night long, the full strawberry moon. There it is, live with our Alpha Insurance time lapse from downtown Tupelo. We're going to go down into the 50s tonight. How about that? Another night in the 50s. We were in the 50s last night. Same story tonight. Tomorrow, warm, sunny, partly cloudy, let's say 85 degrees. Your full forecast for the upcoming weekend in just a few minutes.
All right, well, today was a momentous day for a group of students in the East Mississippi Community College Adult Education Program. It's their graduation today. More than a dozen students walked across the stage to receive their GEDs. Our Quentin Smith was at today's ceremony and joins us live in the studio with more.
Selena, during tonight's ceremony, a few of the graduates talked about the difficulties they had to overcome to get to this point. Their perseverance shows that it's never too late and you're never too old to accomplish your goals. For Justin Swift, receiving his diploma is something he's always wanted to do. However, his journey to accomplish that goal wasn't always easy. He had a few obstacles to overcome.
I dropped out in 10th grade. I felt like it wasn't for me.
Prior to dropping out, Swift attended West Point High School. And although he dropped out, Swift always knew he wanted more for himself. Then, one day, he heard about the adult education program at East Mississippi Community College.
I gave up on school, but I didn't give up on life, though. Yeah. I heard of a manufacturing course, so I went to it.
Swift, along with other students looking to further their education, entered into the program, including Justin Harris.
I just had to do something because going to bus every morning, no one working out.
He struggled through life, you know, in and out of school, put off the bus and things like that. And so, you know, it was rough on him.
The two men worked tirelessly in pursuit of their diploma.
If you don't have your, diploma, the GED is the next best thing. It's never too late or either it's too old to further your education. Because nowadays you need education to accomplish a lot of things in life.
And on Thursday, both men heard their names called. They accomplished their goals by walking across stage and receiving their diplomas.
Amazing. I achieved a goal. I did it. I said I was going to do it.
I feel good.
He got his diploma today, and he also got his CPR. He got his work keys test, and plus he got his manufacturing skills test too. So he has 3 diplomas tonight.
A job well done by both men. Now, they say it was the strong support they received from their families that helped them reach this milestone. Selena, back to you.
Definitely a momentous occasion for those gentlemen there. Well, a Mississippi furniture retailer gets a big honor at the Tupelo Furniture Market this evening. D. Noblin Furniture of Pearl is the recipient of the 57th National Buyer Appreciation Award given at the biannual market. The company started in 1978 and has attended all the Tupelo Furniture Markets through the years. Owner Danny Gray says that the event has helped grow his business.
We're going to keep coming. We like to see the people. We like to do business with local people. We believe in that wholeheartedly. So the market's really important to us.
The Tupelo Furniture Market runs through Sunday.
The NCAA Super Regional in Baton Rouge is looking warm and steamy. 88. First pitch on Saturday. Sunday there could be a few storms down there. We'll see about that. The full forecast is next.
Your first alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Today is World Oceans Day, and the folks at NASA put together this really cool animation of the ocean currents. We've zoomed on into the western Atlantic, the Gulf of Mexico, and you look at that stream right there. That is the Gulf Stream. This is colored. As far as the water temperature is concerned, pretty warm down here in the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean, a little bit cooler across the open Atlantic, but those are the surface currents. Pretty neat. Now, if you're going down to the Gulf Coast this weekend, it's looking pretty good in Gulf Shores. 83 sunny tomorrow, 82 on Saturday. And for Sunday, there could be a few showers or storms, so be advised. Now, today, a pretty nice day to hit the lake. Look at that view right there. Amazing stuff. I think we're going to do it again tomorrow, too. As we look ahead, low humidity on Friday. pushing 90 for the weekend. Rain chances return around here as we get into your Monday. This is our Alpha Insurance time lapse from Columbus Day. You can see some of those high clouds and all that good stuff moving on through. And then as we get into the evening, you've noticed that big bright orb in the sky tonight, the full strawberry moon, 100% full later on tonight, the official full moon tomorrow morning. But right now it is big and bright. We're going to go down to 56. How about that for this time of year? The average right now is about 65, and we'll take that. Now, we should be around 65 at 8 o'clock, 79 for your lunch hour tomorrow. A good day to be outdoors for lunch, 85 our forecast high tomorrow afternoon. City by city across the region, there you have it, widespread mid-80s, a mix of sun and clouds, winds not as strong as where we have been, about 3 to 7 miles per hour as far as things are concerned, but a pretty nice Friday as we wrap up the work week. Big time storms out here across the Texas Panhandle. Golf ball size to baseball size hail with those storms, and also some large hail way up here across Big Sky Country. And for tomorrow, there could be some rough weather out there in the Dakotas. That's where the rough weather is going to be. Now, for us, mid-80s for our Friday afternoon, mid to upper 80s on Saturday, and as we get into your Sunday, around 90. The air is pretty dry right now, but look at this. These rosy colors illustrate that deep tropical moisture. It's coming on back by the end of the weekend, so those muggies, they're coming on back as well. 85 tomorrow, still cool and comfortable tomorrow night, but pushing 90 for the weekend, increasing humidity. It's looking great, though, for the next couple of days. Spotty storm chances return starting Monday, Selena. Next week, more typical of June, upper 80s with some scattered storms.
All right, Mississippi State's Brent Rooker has gotten a little recognition this season. Now he's in the running for one of the biggies. Robbie has details later in sports. Welcome back. If you start to suffer from vision loss, there are ways you can get help. We discuss treatment options for your cataracts in tonight's Health Talk with Baptist.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Bennett, an ophthalmologist on staff at Baptist Memorial Hospital, Golden Triangle, and tonight we'll discuss treatment options for cataracts. The symptoms of early cataracts may be improved with new eyeglasses, brighter lighting, anti-glare sunglasses, or magnifying lenses. If these measures do not help, surgery is the only effective treatment. Surgery involves removing the cloudy natural lens of the eye and replacing it with an artificial lens. A cataract needs to be removed only when vision loss interferes with your everyday activities such as driving, reading, or watching TV. You and your eye care professional can make an informed decision about whether cataract surgery is right for you. In most cases, delaying cataract surgery will not cause any long-term damage to your eye or make the surgery more difficult. You do not have to rush into surgery. Sometimes a cataract should be removed even if it doesn't cause problems with your vision. For example, a cataract should be removed if it prevents examination or treatment of another eye problem such as age-related macular degeneration or diabetic retinopathy. Cataract removal is one of the most common operations performed in the United States. It is also one of the safest and most effective types of surgery. In well over 90% of cases, people who have cataract surgery have better vision afterwards. You can quickly return to many everyday activities, but it will take time for your eye to heal and to adjust so it can focus properly with the other eye, especially if the other eye has a cataract. Join us next time for Health Talk with Baptist.
Mail your topic suggestions to healthtalk@wcbi.com. Health Talk has been brought to you by Baptist Memorial Hospital, Golden Triangle.
Coming up, our Tom Ebel has arrived in Baton Rouge. We'll check in from Louisiana next in sports.
Here's WCBI Sports with Robbie Donahoe.
Bring on the Supers. Mississippi State has made it to Baton Rouge as they will have their lone on-site practice at Alex Box Stadium coming up tomorrow afternoon. Hey, speaking of making a Baton Rouge, our Tom Ebel has done the same as he checks in prior to Friday's final day of prep. Tom?
Thank you, Robbie, and good evening from here right outside of Alex Box Stadium in Baton Rouge. It's a little bit quiet outside of the box at the moment, but come this weekend, more than 10,000 fans will fill this place up to watch a prize title fight between Mississippi State and LSU here in the Super Regional round of the NCAA baseball tournament. Both teams pretty hot right now. LSU, of course, has won 14 straight games. Mississippi State, 4 straight wins to get out of the Hattiesburg Regional to punch their ticket to this Super Regional round. But hey, at this point in the game, records don't matter, regular season matchups don't matter. It depends on who plays 2 great games this weekend here in Baton Rouge. Coming up Friday, we'll be checking in with the Bulldogs for an open practice that is open to the public. So we'll have more from practice here at Alex Box Stadium, as well as some interviews and reaction from some of the players as they prepare to take on LSU for a shot at a College World Series appearance. Make sure you stay tuned to WCBI Friday and all throughout the weekend for our continuing coverage here at the Super Regional round in Baton Rouge. It promises to be a good one between the Bulldogs and the Tigers. Reporting here right outside of Alex Box Stadium here in Baton Rouge, Tom Ebel. Robbie, we'll send it back to you in Columbus.
All right, thanks, Tom. Go find yourself some good Cajun food. That's what I'm really craving right now. I'm not sure why, but maybe that's just because he's outside of Alex Box Stadium in Baton Rouge. So it'll all start Saturday. Saturday and Sunday games are at 8 p.m. If they need to play Monday, that time is still to be determined. So we will let you know and have more from Louisiana coming up tomorrow.
WCBI sports coverage of the NCAA baseball tournament Baton Rouge Super Regional is brought to you by Visit Columbus, the city that has it all, and OCH Regional Medical Center, advanced medicine, compassionate care.
Well, not only was Brent Rooker named a first-team All-American by Baseball America today, the Bulldog Jr. was named a finalist for the Dick Howser Trophy. That's given to the top college baseball player in the country. That's equivalent to the Heisman Trophy in college football. Rooker is one of 4 finalists, the other 3 mainly pitchers. 1 finalist, Brendan McKay, is a position player as well, with Rooker blowing him away in every major statistical category. The Howser Trophy will be presented Saturday, June 17th at the College World Series in Omaha. Switching gears to football, today in West Point, EMCC head football coach Buddy Stevens spoke to members of the West Point Rotary Club during the event. Coach Stevens spoke about the upcoming season, Last Chance U, and what to expect from the Lions in 2017. EMCC begins the season August 31st against the only team that defeated the Lions last year. That's Jones County, and you can hear from Coach Stevens on our website right now at WCBI.com. You see Chris Chambliss, West Point head coach. David Boykin, he's the new offensive coordinator for EMCC this year as he takes over from Marcus Ward. To basketball at EMCC in East Webster. Former East Webster star Quantisha Patterson has a new home. Big T is signed to continue her hoops journey at Delta State following the last 2 seasons with the Lady Lions. Patterson helped lead EMCC as one of their top players all over the court in her 2 seasons in Scuba, averaging 19 points, 10 rebounds per game, while also averaging 2 steals and 1 block per contest, as she's going to be a terror when she gets to Cleveland to play for the Statesmen. Congratulations to Quantisha Patterson on that great accomplishment. And lastly, sad news from Mississippi State this evening. Longtime MSU professor and public address announcer Dr. Hank Flick has passed away. He was 73 years old. Flick taught thousands of students during his 45-year career in Starkville. His signature phrase, "Welcome to the Hump 4 Hoops for an evening of basketball, Mississippi State style." Can't forget that during the golden years of Mississippi State hoops. Hopefully we do get that back very soon. Dr. Flick will be missed by everyone who was able to take one of his classes or enjoy his wonderful style on the mic. And you see he's always got those stylish clothes. Our Quint Smith was able to do a story on him when he decided to retire this past year. Great man, great story, and he will be missed very much. Funeral arrangements are still pending. We'll be back after this.
85 degrees tomorrow, some 90-degree temperatures or near 90-degree temperatures here for the weekend. Increasing humidity. Pretty nice tonight, though. I'm going to keep the windows open if I can, at least on the drive home. Wow, what a great day it's been. Now, as we get into next week, more showers and storms. That soupy air mass comes on back. You know the drill.
Yeah, getting a taste of fall today, but don't get used to it.
Don't get used to it, definitely. In June, this is very rare.
Exactly. All right, well, thanks for staying up with us. We hope you have a great one. Take care.